Good evening, everybody. It is close to 5 o'clock. I got friend mail and a birthday card. Now, I do not remember names, so forgive me. I do not remember the name of the one person who sent me this, but it's a 1 day at a time, what they call a thumb thumbstone. And I'm just now opening it up and pulling it out of the package so I can give you a better description. But on the stone, one side says 1 day at a time. The other side basically feels like, yep, it feels exactly what I thought it was, like a worry stone, you know. But it has this imprinted on it. Is it upside down? No, it's not. I'm just looking at it backwards. It just simply says 1 day at a time. Um, I remember when I was younger and really in depth into my Christianity, I had a number of different little pocket charms, as my friend called them. I had a little rock that had the Christian fish imprinted on it, and then another one with some kind of saying on it, or no, it didn't have a saying. It just said John 3:16. But this is nice. I mean, I can put it in my pocket, carry it around. If Jeri is at an appointment that I can't be with, I can, if I feel the need to, just rub my thumb into it. So I'll probably put that in my wallet or my work pouch. I have a little belt pouch that I have my wallet, a notepad, pen, phone, sign, Advil, cough drops, things of that nature that I might need at work. Instead of putting them all in my pockets, because then I feel like I'm either afraid to sit down the wrong way because I'll either crack my phone or or break my glasses or anything like that. So that's very beautiful. I'm sorry I can't remember the name. Stephanie, for some reason, comes to mind, but I don't recall off the top of my head. I'm really bad with names unless I wrote it down or kept the the packaging. So I'm sorry I didn't do that, but that is it's a very lovely gift. And not only is it a lovely gift because what it's designed to be for, but it's also a reminder 1 day at a time. Take 1 day at a time, which is what we're trying to do around here because, well, this morning when we woke up, Jeri started her regiment of chemo pills. Yesterday was she had two different procedures. One of them was an injection for strengthening her bones. The other one was for increasing her immunosystem. So it was basically an immunotherapy ordeal and the bone shot. Next week, she's going to be very busy. She has an appointment to get her port. I don't know where they're going to put it. Put in place for her. She literally has to go for injections every one. She has two different types of injections. One is every other week, and the other one is every 4 weeks, I do believe. So they want to put it in a port so they don't do any more bruising of her veins. She's still got bruises on her hands and arm from all the blood draws and needles they had to stick into her. That's Tuesday. Wednesday, she has an appointment with her eye doctor to see if they can start doing anything for her eyes. And then Thursday, which is my birthday, she has an appointment on Thursday with her primary. Um, I think I either have an appointment the same day or the day before or day after with my primary. We have the same primary, so it's like our primary. I don't know. But the second thing I got today was a birthday card. This birthday card comes from Susan Tmuck. I do believe that's how you pronounce your last name. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. From Canada. And it's a beautiful card, actually. Surprised she had to put so many stamps on here. But I'm going to cover up her name. The stamps that she put on here were stamps of 4 stamps with dragonflies, and then the 5th stamp with a Arctic fox. And I love that because Arctic foxes, they are very beautiful, cute animals. In the way the fact that their coats change white for the wintertime and brown for the summer months. But the birthday card on the front says, "You're 50. Here's some advice on how to turn 50 with grace, charm, dignity, style, and a sense of humor. Just be yourself." I love that. So she also sent Jeri a card as well for, get well card. But on the back of this birthday card, she puts on here, "Dear Jim, here's wishing you a happy 50th birthday. You deserve to feel special on your 50th. Please enjoy a special day with Jeri and your mom." I don't remember if Julie will be here, but whatever. I know they appreciate and love you. Jeri and mom are always in my prayers. Please keep us posted with your progress and Jeri's health through your YouTube videos. Sincerely, Susan. And she dates it October 21st of this year. So it's like, was I not supposed to open that up until then or what? But it didn't say. I do appreciate the card. I do appreciate the little stone, I don't know, as they called it, a thumbstone with "one day at a time" written on it. The birthday card will probably go on in the living room on the mantle, which Jeri suggested, and I figured, sure, why not? I don't have much room to display cards right now. Sorry, I was looking for my garbage can. It's behind me. But yes, basically, yesterday's appointment for Jeri was for the bone strengthening and the immune booster. I've already had a lot of people who have either gone through cancer or know somebody who's gone through cancer and chemo and all that it's going to be a rough ride. It's going to be painful for Jeri. It's going to be a rough ride for everybody around her who's trying to take care of her. She's going to have her days where she just like today, according to Julie and Jeri. Today was one of those days where she started out kind of like, didn't feel good, didn't feel like doing anything. And all of a sudden she had a burst of energy and they went out for, Jeri went for a ride. Julie was actually going to Aldi's to purchase food for tonight's dinner, which I was like, okay. Saturday and Sunday are my 2 days to basically be cooking. I think tomorrow, since it's the weekend before my birthday, I am going to cook up the brats that I got from the German deli from Michelle, and cook up some sauerkraut and some red cabbage and enjoy the German food that we got. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I'm going to do that Saturday, Sunday. I'm thinking actually about doing it Saturday, and since it's my birthday, basically my birthday celebration, since my birthday is in the middle of the week and I have to work that day because I did not think about taking that day off. Sorry, my ear itches. It's been itching because my work mask digs into the back of my ear and kind of digs into the skin. So I got to try to work on dealing with that soon. I'm hoping to get better masks. But anyhow, it's the week. It's my birthday weekend basically, and since Julie is going back to Nevada, no October 23rd to November something or other. She's gonna be gone roughly 2 weeks thereabouts. Um, she has an appointment on the 28th, which she wants me to take off to help to be the one to take her to the doctor's office. So I've already put in my notification. Of course, after talking to my supervisors and all the people that I was supposed to talk to at work, every one of them is like, give us enough notification unless it's a 911 situation, and we'll be more than happy to accommodate you because of it's a family issue, it's a health issue. So I'm thankful for that. I really am. And I know she's just barely began the process, and I'm like, I didn't really want to say anything to Jeri because I didn't want her feelings or get her upset or anxious or anything like that. But I said, enjoy these days while you can, because all the information we have on the procedures for chemotherapy, the medications, the side effects, the after effects, the whole 9 yards, is going to basically zap you of a lot of your energy and a lot of your strength, to the point where you probably won't want to get up out of bed, even though you should try to get up out of bed just to move from the bed to her chair that we set up beside the bed, or the bed to the commode. I'm going to try to work on keeping her getting up and mobile when I can after work, because like I saw the little bag that the chemo medication is on, and it has that biohazard, or not biohazard, but that radiation hazard symbol on the bag, and I just kind of went, if I see a weird green glow coming out of your medicine drawer, yeah, we're gonna have to find a lead line box to put that stuff in, because I don't want it to cause me problems. I know I'm joking about it because I'm trying to be lighthearted, but at the same time, I was just kind of like, you sure you're allowed to have that in a non-controlled space? Because that symbol you have on that bag means danger. But I'm just going to try to work with her and keep her up and active as much as I can. I know it's going to be 2 weeks of Julie not being home, Julie not being here, and I just kind of go, hey, all right, you want to do what you want to do, that's fine, Danny. I'm not gonna, browbeat you until you do what we all know is the right thing to do. But when I'm at home, I can't control the situation, and I'm hoping that by the time Julie leaves on the 23rd, I will have some sort of plan of operation to deal with her needs while I'm at work. Maybe we'll have to sit down and make a lot of pre-made foods where mom just, lunch type foods that mom can just, pop in the microwave and nuke it. Don't know. But Julie's been doing a lot of good around the house. We a couple days I came home before she got her new I don't even know how to describe it. It's a roller scooter type deal where she can stand up and hold on to it and walk. And when she gets too tired or whatnot, she can sit down and I can push her. And it's got handbrakes. So, you know, but other than when they got it, she didn't seem to have any problems. And by the time she did get it, we had rearranged the bedroom again, made her walking space wide enough for this roller thingy, and everything seems to be working fine and dandy for Jerry, which is great. But I'm living day by day, one day at a time, sometimes 1 hour at a time, because I just, with what's been happening with me with some of my problems lately, I don't know what's causing them. I don't know if it's the way I've been sleeping or something in the atmosphere or something I've eaten or who knows what. But like yesterday, I was having right side upper rib cage, kidney region, and stomach area. And at first I thought it was heartburn. Or actually, at first we thought it was something stress related or whatnot. So it's like my wife had me take my blood pressure with our blood pressure cuff and whatnot, and it was in the normal range for me. So it's like, well, if it's not affecting my blood pressure, and I don't feel like I don't think I don't think it's anything to do with my heart, because if it was my heart, it would have been on my left side, but this is on my right side, like my side, my side, my rib cage, basically, and my abdominal region. And I'm like, well, we started listing off a number of different things. It could be anything from, we switched sides on the bed, so I'm not used to that side yet, and I'm sleeping on my right side. Abdominal pains and whatnot could be anything from, sorry, my nose itches, and there's something there. Could be anything from, I'm backed up, slightly bloated. That could cause abdominal cramps and whatnot. Jeri asked me what side. I said left central. And she goes, okay, it's not your appendix. And I'm like, no, that's down more in my groin. So it's like she was trying to diagnose it, and I was trying to understand it as well without like, run to the hospital, things like that. But if this situation keeps on persisting, I'm going to drop a message to my primary via the messaging service of Mercy Medical Systems. So, but otherwise, I'm hanging in there. I mean, it's like I'm not having any notable psychological side effects or issues with the situation at hand. So I don't think I'm being affected by what's going on just yet. It's kind of caused me some minor, like, okay, you told me what's going on, you told me all the information we have that's available. Give me a while to process. Unfortunately, because it was big news and it was like one of those, shock and all type deals, it took me a day and a half to finally go, okay, let's talk about this matter in a way that I can understand it. And Jeri just sat there, and I said, okay, this is going to be a Q&A because that's the only way I can do it right now. And I asked my questions, and she gave me the answers, and I was like, so it's basically what we know. It's kidney cancer. They want to say stage 4 kidney cancer, but I'm kind of like, how do you know what stage it's in? Probably through the test that they did. The tumor behind her knee, the fracture of the femur, um, the various different locations that has what looks to be by their scans high level areas of infection. Um, so that's one of the reasons why they did the bone strengthening injection, as well as building up her immune system, because from what I understand, chemo of any form causes a weakening of the immune system. So yeah, I'm kind of like, okay, so we know what it is. We now know the treatment and the method of the treatment, and that it could take some extensive time. And I know I've heard stories about people who had to have years, I mean, like years, almost decades worth of, or at least a decade worth of chemo treatment until their, whatever the cancer was dealt with, was put into remission. So I'm just hanging in there, doing what I can, take one day at a time. Keep on reminding myself everything's okay, it's treatable, it's not that terminal type cancer, it's a treatable, workable cancer. But some of the questions I had have never been answered, like in if the cancer is spreading from the kidney that's infected, why can't you just get rid of the kidney and then treat the other problems, like the bone cyst, or the, not the bone cyst, the tumor behind the bone? And no, we got to do this and this and this and this to try to get rid of it before we even consider. I guess because they think that the kidney is not terminal, that they can treat it and make it better. Don't know. I also heard a story from a friend of mine, or I should say a coworker who had a friend or somebody that was going through chemo, and said one of the ways that you can keep from having your hair fall out is take an ice pack and put it on your head. And I was just kind of like, okay, I'm not sure about those things, but sure, I'll bring it up to Jeri and see what she can find out or learn. She likes she, as she put it, she considers herself a medical nerd and likes all the medical stuff. And I'm like, well, most of the medical stuff you've been watching or know about it comes from like TV shows as old as ER, or Criminal Minds, or those kind of TV shows. That that's TV. That's not actual educational type stuff. But hey, that's why I prefer watching like Nat Geo, Animal Planet, um, planets programs, or TV programs. Why not, to have more reality based information than, yes, we have professional doctors on hand to help us learn about procedures and locations and terminology, but that's only a small portion of the TV shows. That's why those shows are called melodramas, not educational programs. I don't know. But the weekend is upon us. She asked me this afternoon when I was decompressing what my plans were for the weekend, which not always a great thing to ask while I'm decompressing, but I just kind of looked at her like, uh, not sure. I'm taking it one day at a time. I'm not worried about tomorrow just yet. She was like, "Oh, I thought you said you said something about taking the Halloween decorations out of the attic and decorating and blah blah blah." And I went, "Well, if it's cool enough, sure. I just don't. I'm gonna have to do the bulk of it by myself because unfortunately, Julie, who would be my only person that I could ask for help for, can't lift her arms high enough to take the stuff down from the ladder, and Mom's not that strong enough, and I'm not gonna ask Mom to put herself out of commission just for decorations that I've done it before. I don't really like doing it, but I've done it before where I can go up there, get the box that I want to pull down, angle it just right at the top of the stairs, and then walk slowly backwards from the top of the stairs to bring the tote down. The only thing I'll ask anybody to do is spot me so I don't, start falling backwards or be there in case something goes awry and they can at least put themselves behind me so I don't fall backwards and keep me from being a statistic of homebound accidents. Because the last thing we need right now is to have both me and Jeri out of commission. Not something I want, not something I want to think about. I can't really talk about a lot of the things that she has going on, or things that she was advised about from the medical people, because I didn't have my ear to the proverbial wall. I just know that through the our insurance plus the hospital people who are working with her to get things dealt with or get her information so she can get in contact with various agencies or groups that deal with her medical issues to help her get some form of medical assistance for paying for the treatments. One of them is, there's the American Cancer Society, there's the Kidney Cancer Hotline or whatever it is. All legitimate, government assistance. Other than that, I don't know much. I mean, I only know what little I've heard Julie and Jeri talk about. They gave us this information. They gave us this information. They gave us this information. 3 different types of groups or a bunch of different informations in a booklet and the whole 9 yards. And I just kind of went, I don't know. I just go make the money so we can pay the bills. I don't know about these agencies and whatnot. I just hope she doesn't, try to get some sort of... Well, I'm not looking. Let's just put it this way. I'm not looking. I know she's mentioned it a couple times to me. I don't know if she's mentioned it on her channel. But she was talking about basically making it where I don't have to work full time so I can spend more of my time at home. And I'm just like, yeah. Not that I don't want to spend more time with my wife, but at the same time, I'd rather earn my way through the situation maybe that's just my stubbornness. Maybe that's the way I was raised, but I would rather be able to try to pay my own way through life. Now I know, because of last summer, I actually, well, mostly last summer and part of this summer, um, because of the whole epidemic that was going on around the world, she was able to get some federal assistance for small business owners or something like that. Um, she had all the paperwork and all the necessary information and whatnot to make sure that everything was, the I's were dotted and the T's were checked, um, crossed, however you want to put it. And I was kind of like, okay, okay. And I was just kind of like, you know what, you do whatever you think you need to do to have money flowing, but I don't. I even told her when I was getting towards the end of the second month of being unemployed, I can't do this no more. One, I couldn't do it anymore because of the fact that I was getting that cabin fever, which was also elevated by issues between the two of us. But just the fact of being home all the time, staring at the same four walls, not going out adventuring or doing something fun, I was kind of like, nope, 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 nope. Give me a rubber, or give me a straight jacket and a rubber room, and leave me alone. Um, but then it was kind of finally, it was like, no, we can't keep on asking for handouts. It's just, I didn't feel right about it. So it was a combination of Jerry was like, well, I told you at the end of July you can start looking for a job. And I was like, yeah, and I was going to start looking for a job, but then you had this whole ordeal that we were going to Texas for at least a week, in the middle of July or whatever it was. And, it's kind of like, well, that's a great idea. I'd love to look for a new job and whatnot, but you want me to come to Texas with you instead of staying here in Missouri to look for a job. But anyhow, that's water under the bridge, because that was 2, 3 months ago, whatever. Was it? No, like a month and a half. I don't remember. Um, I just know that I now have a job that I literally feel perfectly fit for, and well, not to throw a monkey wrench or jinx it or anything like that, but I've got my groove going. I've got my job. I'm feeling better about myself, my job, the world around me, and whether it's a cosmic monkey wrench or a personal monkey wrench or whatever. It seems like every time I find a really, 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 really good job that I fit into and I'm happy with, and I'm just, had no problems with, something happens to cause me to either step down from my job or get fired or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not looking for that. I'm going in every day trying to do the best that I can and fulfill all my duties and then some, and then come home for just 30 minutes to decompress so I can deal with whatever was going on here. So now I'm like, okay. Well, here's the funny thing. We have 3 to 4 weeks until we get a 1 week vacation. I think it's 1 week vacation for Thanksgiving. Then after that 1 week vacation, we work 3 more weeks to have a month off during winter vacation. Now, I've been told by everybody I work with at the college that you can put in for temporary unemployment because that's how the college works. You may not get that unemployment for Thanksgiving, but you will get that unemployment for the 1 month of being off for Christmas because it's an extended vacation. Then I should also be eligible for unemployment during the summertime. Well, I said that sounds great, but I think what's going to happen is during the month of Christmas I will take that temporary unemployment, but because we'll be off for almost 3 months during the summer season, I will try to find a temporary summer job. So I'm not, and I don't have that unemployment because I just feel a little like, okay, yeah, I've earned it. College says I deserve it, but I don't think I can sit around and do nothing for 3 months without going, it's time to go back to work. I look forward to every morning. Let's get it right, Jim. I look forward to working at my job. I'm a little like, I don't know if I'll ever get used to waking, to being a morning person. I told Jeri I might sleep in until 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. You can have, okay, I don't have one in here. You can have I'm not even going to say, I'm just going to say digital assistant. You can have the digital assistant alert you to, it's time to take your medication, whether it's your morning med, your chemo pill, whatever it is. Because if I decide when it goes off in the morning time that all I'm going to do is wake you up so you can take your pills, and I might roll over and go back to sleep until the next alarm, which I think is supposed to be, is it every other hour or every 3 hours? I don't know. I forgot what she told me. The alarm goes off if it's every 2 hours or every 3 hours to take whatever regimen of pills or do whatever she has to do for the treatments at home, the at home part. But yeah, it's going to be like one of those things. Like, don't want to be mean, but I'm gonna let her know when Julie's not here. You have a choice. If nobody's here to remind her to take her medication, she has a choice: take the medication or wind up in a worse condition you already are in. I kind of I read some information. I can't remember where, but this was off of a chemo website or some sort of website that had to do with in-home, state provided in-home nursing yeah, it wasn't in-home nursing. It was visitating nurses or whatever it was that sometimes people need because of their chemo treatments and whatnot. I was reading in there that they have a state health inspector type person come in, and if the house that the person is in is not to their specifications, as in too much clutter, they'll give you X amount of time to get the house fixed. And if the house is not fixed, the government people will call in adult protective services or something like that, and could possibly take Jeri to a care facility until either the house is cleaned up or her treatments are done and over with, which means more money out of pocket. And I was kind of like, I don't know if they're going to need to do that because me, Julie, and Mom, when Mom can help out, do the bulk of the necessary stuff. But after having Julie here for as long as she's been here so far, a lot of things have changed. A lot of clutter has been removed. Julie literally goes into the bedroom. She has gone into the bedroom the last couple of days or so to declutter and clean up the room. Julie suggested getting rid of the couch, the click-clack couch at the end of the bed, but Jeri gave her enough legitimate reasons for having the bed in there, or the click-clack couch in there. And Julie went, okay, as long as it's not going to be a problem for you getting around. So I think that's what the focus is right now when it comes to cleaning up and decluttering the house is so so Jeri can get from point B, from point A to point B without any random object being in her way or causing her to have difficulty getting past that particular zone. But I think this weekend Jeri's more focused on me trying to get the Halloween decorations down and decorate for Halloween, which I'm kind of like, that's not important, girl. What's important is making sure the house is decluttered so you can get around and not have any issues. So yeah, that's kind of Julie's focus, is getting things cleaned, because the house wasn't clean. It was passable, but not totally clean. So Julie's been on top of that, plus trying to get, Jeri taken care of, plus, getting Jeri to and from medical appointments, which I'm going to miss for whatever time Julie's gone. So I just got to try to find a way to keep up on it on the weekends instead of just being what did my friend call it? A hump-a-lump? I forgot who he was talking about when he was talking about that, because he didn't even. A lot of my coworkers don't know me outside of work. They only know me inside of work, and I've never had any major issues except for with one or two in my entire life. Oh, hold on, Jim. Think. There was that two people in New York. One supervisor here in Missouri, and so maybe 5 people max that I can think of off the top of my head. But that was either personality conflicts or misunderstandings on one of our parts. My supervisor and the GM of Taco Bell when I worked there loved me because of the fact that I was very versatile and just wanted to do stuff. I just want to get stuff done. I think what caused the problem was a misunderstanding of what happened when I tried to get past a person and a female coworker, and we bumped into each other. And I apologize because, when you're working in a tight space, sometimes that happens. But she got all hoity-toity and whatnot and wanted to scream bloody murder, and instead of dealing with a he said, she said situation, I was the one let go. It's like, okay, fine, whatever, Besides that, by the time I was let go, the new district manager was a real I'm going to use these words dripping with sustain. A real sweetheart. More like a real hard ass. But there's always that person who gets up there in a position of power and just, uses and abuses it. That, in fact, the new district manager was a woman. Not saying I don't have any problem with dealing with women or working with women, but yeah, when somebody goes screaming, improper work ethics to another woman, it's like, oh, it's the man's fault. Get rid of him. Okay. But anyhow, that was the last job that I had here in Missouri that was actually halfway decent. And when I worked with certain people during the evening hours, which they originally hired me for, things went smooth as glass. But then when they decided to transfer me to the daytimes, I was just kind of like, shit, okay. Why? Because we need better workers during the daytime. Well, that ain't my problem. I even tried to explain to them the reason why I want to work nights is because the fact that I have a job during the daytime. I'm trying to hold down 2 jobs at once. And I wanted to work Taco Bell at night because that means I work from like 8 p.m. to the shift that I had was 8 or 9 o'clock to about 2 or 3 o'clock. That gave me enough chance to go home and get at least 5 hours worth of sleep before having to get up and go to my daytime job. So, but that's all in the past. Ooh, how long have I been talking? Today seems to be going by real fast. Ooh, I'm sorry, I did not realize I was chatting for 45 plus minutes. But anyhow, yes, Susan, I will try to keep you guys updated to what's going on with me, plus whatever medical information I know is going on with Jeri. I know sometimes if you watch Jeri's channel, you'll get Jeri's information, her side of it, and what happened at the appointment. I will give you what I know, what she tells me, and what I see. But I can tell you this much, even after yesterday's procedures and whatnot, she has been in high spirits for the most part. Every once in a while, she gets a little blue, a little down on herself. Not just because of the fact that she has the big C, but because just variety of emotions and memories, and the fact of that one of the major pills that helped, one of the major over-the-counter medications that helps both of us with our emotions and whatnot is St. John's wort. And the doctor said, no more St. John's wort. Stop taking St. John's wort. So it's kind of like, okay, so Jeri's can't take St. John's wort no more. Oh, that means I have to deal with the emotional flare-ups and just being, her being down and blue and me having to deal with it and trying to... I'm not saying that I'm going to try to bottle up my emotions and whatnot, because last time I tried to do that, yeah, did not end very well on YouTube. I actually had a thought, and that thought was to create a private location or private, a private digital journal for those days that I need to let loose without upsetting anybody else. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. But anyhow, before this gets even longer, let me just end this. If you guys enjoyed this little video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments pertaining to this video, go ahead and leave them in the question comment box. I will try to answer them as soon as I can, to the best of my ability. If you're new to my channel and you're liking what you've been hearing or seeing, you can go ahead and click on the subscribe button, and once you do that, a little bell will pop up, and once you click on that little bell, YouTube will let you know when I put in my next video. So until next time, you guys have a good evening and a good weekend. See you tomorrow. Bye.